What exactly is hidden deep within the Earth? We've barely explored Earth's core, so our visions of it come from the book, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Is it really as described in the book, with giant tree-like mushroom fossils and all sorts of bizarre man-eating plants? Rem is a geology PhD. His brother vanished on an expedition, haunting Rem's dreams for a decade. In them, his brother is chased by a dinosaur until a chasm opens. Finally, his brother calls Rem's name and falls into the abyss. Recalling these memories, Rem tells his nephew of his father's great deeds. Rem spots a book with his brother's geological sensor records. After comparing the data, he finds it matches today's readings exactly. Noticing abnormal data from Iceland, he decides to take his nephew there, hoping to uncover the truth behind his father's disappearance. For a smooth journey, they found a local guide named Eli, an adventure enthusiast who knew the volcanoes near Iceland. At dawn, Eli set out with the uncle and nephew, and they quickly arrived at the geological sensor's location. Inside, there were 10 years of invaluable survey data. Suddenly, lightning flashed and thunder roared. Eli quickly took Sean into a cave, but Rem wouldn't give up, straining to pull the sensor, which instantly attracted more lightning. Forced by the pressure, Rem had to throw the sensor away. Though the three escaped, lightning-struck rocks still blocked the cave entrance. Shaken, the three were confused and simply geared up to find an exit. The dark cave was complex and winding. Before long, they found an abandoned mine, which was good news for everyone. Mines usually have ventilation shafts, meaning they could escape the cave. The three slid down a rope into a mine abandoned for 60 years. Ellie started the old generator, and the lights flickered on, lighting the space. Then, Ellie chose a mostly intact railway track, hoping it led to an exit. But after a short walk, they regretted it as the track began to descend. The three fled through the temple, their minecart speeding through the vast underground world. A track fork soon separated the three of them. Rem saw no track before Ellie. Suddenly, Ellie leapt forward and landed on Rem's side. Then, this minecart faced the same problem. Ellie snatched a rope, bound Rem, then tossed the anchor end toward the tracks. As the anchor hooked the rail, they fled the minecart with Rem. Meanwhile, Sean pulled up beside them and noticed a strange light shone from a cave in the distance, created by the cart's collision. The explorers arrived in a cave underground, where not only rubies and emeralds, but even fist-sized diamonds were everywhere. The stunning scene left the three adventurers in awe. But Rem, unfazed, scanned the area and saw the volcano's mouth directly above. As he planned their escape, a sudden cracking sound tensed everyone up. They were standing on muscovite, a thin, brittle mineral, and any slight change could cause it to shatter. Sean retraced his steps, while the others were too terrified to breathe. Every step he took pounded against Rem's heart. Suddenly, a diamond fell from the pack and pierced the rock. Just as they thought this was a lucky break, the next second, the three of them continued to fall downward. No one knew how deep it was here. If the book is right, the depth here is at least several thousand kilometers. After an unknown fall, they followed the waterfall into a pool, the clear river water buffering their impact. The three exited the pool, grateful to survive, when they saw the sky was filled with stars. Everyone was curious about this, and to their surprise, the stars actually flew toward them in groups. They found a flock of long-extinct firebirds, unexpectedly numerous deep within the earth. Following the birds, they arrived at an inner world at the Earth's core. This complete ecosystem was a true paradise, matching the book's description and proving Sean's father was right. Past clusters of fungal fossils, they saw a treehouse in the distance. As if sensing something, Sean was the first to run inside. Inside, signs of human life remained. Notebook handwriting identified the owner as Sean's father. Meanwhile, outside, Eli found Mike's body. Rem grieved and buried him by the seaside. To leave quickly, everyone checked Mike's diary at the treehouse and found day and night differ here, with temperatures shifting based on volcanic activity. Soon, it would reach 90 degrees, so they had to leave immediately. The map showed a river connected to the ocean, leading back to the surface. Now, what they needed to do was cross that underground sea. They quickly gathered materials and built a raft, using hot air currents to power the boat. No one knew whether their journey ahead would go smoothly. The three of them sailed across the sea deep within the earth when a violent storm suddenly broke out. Strange flashes of light appeared on the water, just as ferocious piranhas suddenly attacked. Just as they fought back with all their might, a group of monsters resembling plesiosaurs emerged, preying only on the piranhas. It seems the law of the jungle also exists in the center of the earth. Despite the monsters' help, the storm intensified. The mast snapped, and Sean was helplessly swept away with the sail. The remaining two could only continue drifting on the sea. Eventually, Sean washed ashore and finally awoke. The barren beach was completely empty. At that moment, a firefly flew over and led Sean to a source of water. The bird circled in midair, lingering, then led Sean to a cave with magnetic fields. Floating stone slabs in the air led to a distant exit. Seeing the light ahead, Sean stepped onto them without hesitation. The floating stones swayed. One slip meant a fatal fall. After several tries, an impatient Sean sped up, leaping for the final step. His momentum tipped the slab. Fortunately, after spinning once in midair, the slab reconnected with the ground. Meanwhile, after drifting for several hours, Rem and Ellie arrived on the other side of the sea. They searched everywhere, but found no trace of Sean. Exhausted, Ellie sat to rest. Suddenly, a Venus flytrap behind them gaped. Rem struck it with a stick, but turned to find Ellie snared by another plant. The flytrap snatched his stick too. In a crisis, he uprooted the plant, finally rescuing her. Surrounded by danger, they couldn't stop. Following their original agreement, they arrived at the geyser, but found no trace of Sean there. After a talk, they chose to split up. Rem went to look for his nephew, while Ellie stayed by the spring to wait. Soon, Rem heard Sean's call. Sean fled a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and as it neared, he squeezed into a narrow rock crevice. In this critical moment, Rem pried open the rock with a wooden stick and yanked his nephew out. There was no time for a reunion as they rushed toward the geyser, with the dinosaur chasing right after them. To escape, Rem led the beast onto the brittle mica schist, and the ground beneath them instantly began to crack and shatter in all directions. Under the dinosaur's weight, the ground collapsed with a crash, plunging the beast and rocks into the abyss. After several close calls, the pair finally reached the geyser, only to find the river water was already boiling. Just then, Arlene appeared, using a dinosaur skull to ferry them forward. But the river ahead grew narrower, and the heat had evaporated the water. The three of them, along with the skull, tumbled into the mouth of the volcano. They faced a dilemma. Below them surged molten lava, and the geyser above had stopped erupting. Rem noticed the wall was damp, and guessed there was a water source behind it. He tied himself to a rope and dangled, used a flare to ignite coal in the rock, and successfully blasting open the wall. The floodwater hit the lava, and the resulting steam propelled them toward the volcano's mouth. After days traveling the Earth's core, they finally saw sky. Then, the dragon bone plummeted, crashing onto a hill. They slid all the way down through the orchard, finally coming to a stop at a farmhouse. The orchardist mistook them for aliens, but seeing his ruined trees, he cursed in heartbreak. Sean then showed him an egg-sized geological sample, which finally offered the old man some comfort. Back in the city, Rem built a research institute. He and Ellie lived a happy life together. Suddenly, Sean's backpack shook. The firefly had followed him. Ignoring the shouts, it flew straight into this brand new world.